Cross-border settlement using wholesale CBDC. Forward. Project Jura was conducted by the Banque de France, the BIS Innovation Hub and the Swiss National Bank in collaboration with a group of private sector firms based on an open call for applications. It is part of a series of wholesale CBDC experiments initiated by the Banque de France in 2020 and continues the experimentation conducted by the Swiss National Bank and the BIS Innovation Hub under Project Helvetia. With the great success of Jura, the wholesale CBDC experiment program launched by the Banque de France in 2020 is now completed. Jura demonstrates how wholesale CBDC can optimize cross-currency and cross-border settlements, which are a key facet of international transactions. Sylvie Goulard, Deputy Governor, Banque de France. Project Jura confirms that a well-designed wholesale CBDC can play a critical role as a safe and neutral settlement asset for international financial transactions. It also demonstrates how central banks and the private sector can work together across borders to foster innovation. Benoit Corre, Head, BIS Innovation Hub. As a small open economy, Switzerland requires efficient and robust cross-border payment and settlement arrangements. Project Jura explores how distributed ledger technology can be successfully leveraged to map out how future-proof cross-border settlement between financial institutions could look like. Andrea M. Mackler, Member of the Governing Board, Swiss National Bank. Remarks from the Private Sector Consortium. Accenture, Credit Suisse, Natixis, R3, SDX and UBS with support from Huking, Linklaters and Octo Technology are proud to have participated in Project Jura together with the Banque de France, BIS Innovation Hub and the Swiss National Bank. Project Jura advances further the frontier of knowledge about DLT-enabled wholesale CBDC, wCBDC, and is expected to make a significant contribution towards laying the foundations for possible wCBDC adoption. wCBDC is about diversification in payments and the emergence of an alternative central bank medium of exchange that may offer new functionalities and utilities. It promotes safe and efficient settlement of domestic and international financial transactions. Our consortium recognizes the opportunities brought by wCBDC to meet actual and future payment and settlement needs and facilitate the emergence of more direct international financial relations. The foreign exchange market in particular could be a key beneficiary by migrating towards outright exchanges in wCBDC where trade execution, payment and settlement may become a single transaction, while mitigating risks and increasing efficiency. This could help to reduce the fragmentation of liquidity in correspondent banking globally and to promote the international use of central bank money. The use of wCBDCs in the context of securities transactions could also enhance the operational efficiency of primary and secondary markets and extend the safety of central bank money to new financial market infrastructures, freeing up bank capital. The group greatly values continued public-private partnerships in working towards developing solutions and improving the global financial ecosystem. Project Jura advances the private sector's commitment towards the use of CBDC for payments and settlements. It builds on projects such as Helvetia with the Swiss National Bank and the BIS Innovation Hub, e-Krona with the Riksbank, Coca-2 with the South African Reserve Bank, Jasper with the Bank of Canada and Ubin with the Monetary Authority of Singapore. Executive Summary. The global financial system needs better and more diverse payment and settlement arrangements to meet current and future demands. Existing arrangements are often slow, expensive, potentially risky and complex as they involve numerous intermediaries and financial market infrastructures. A new generation of infrastructures, based on distributed ledger technology, DLT, is emerging and several central banks are exploring use cases for wholesale central bank digital currency, wCBDC, with a view to potentially supporting a safe tokenized financial ecosystem. These novel technology-driven approaches may offer greater choice and competition in terms of cross-border payments and settlements, also by broadening access to central bank money for regulated financial institutions. Project Jura explored the direct transfer of euro and Swiss franc wCBDCs between French and Swiss commercial banks on a single DLT platform operated by a third party. Tokenized asset and foreign exchange trades were settled safely and efficiently using payment versus payment, PVP, and delivery versus payment, DVP, mechanisms. The experiment was conducted in a near-real setting, used real-value transactions and met current regulatory requirements. Issuing wCBDC on a third-party platform and giving non-resident financial institutions direct access to central bank money raises intricate policy issues. Jura explores a new approach including subnetworks and dual notary signing, which may give central banks comfort to issue wCBDC on a third-party platform and to provide non-resident financial institutions with access to wCBDC. The project complements the ongoing G20 work on cross-border payments. Specifically, it contributes to the building blocks on PVP adoption, multilateral platforms and CBDC by extending access to the safety of central bank money for cross-border settlements. The proposed solution design not only addresses existing deficiencies but could also open up new approaches to conducting international financial transactions, including foreign exchange, securities and other financial instruments. Jura is a public-private collaboration involving the Banque de France, BDF, the BIS Innovation Hub, BISIH, Swiss Center and the Swiss National Bank, SNB, and a consortium led by Accenture and comprising Credit Suisse, Natixis, R3, SIX Digital Exchange, SDX, and UBS. It leveraged the test environment of a DLT-based Swiss licensed exchange and central securities depository for tokenized assets, SDX, and a newly developed issuance platform for unlisted commercial papers under French law, the Digital Asset Registry, DAR. Both platforms are based on Corda by R3. It is essential for central banks to remain up to date with technological developments that could potentially enhance the functioning of the financial system. Project Jura shows how collaboration between central banks and the private sector, based on an open call for applications, can shed light on the potential of tokenization and DLT in cross-border settlements. While the experiment demonstrates the technical feasibility of using wCBDCs for this purpose, the decision will rest with individual central banks as to whether and how they will further explore the issuance of wCBDC.